I created a Pear Deck template for you to use as a way to engage your students during a live lesson with both face-to-face and remote learners. Here's a preview of what the Pear Deck looks like. Students will be able to drag a dot to whether they agree or disagree with a statement. The statements are actually taken from the anticipation guide before reading section. This activity is meant to lead a discussion before students read the text. First woman to wear a Boston bib races again 50 years later. Let's look for the template in Schoology. First, we'll click on Resources. Then we'll find the second grading period folder. Then we'll go to 7th grade. Then we will find the Monday folder, and under the Monday folder, you are going to see where it says Discussion Pear Deck before reading First Woman to Wear a Boston Bib. We're going to click right there. And now you have the option to click on Copy File to Drive, as well as preview the Pear Deck right here. So the great thing about using these Pear Deck slides would be that students will be able to drag these interactive dots to agree or disagree. So this is just like a thumbs down, thumbs up way to assess students' beliefs before reading a text. So let's press Copy File to Drive. Then you'll click Make a Copy. Now you can look through the slides and you can edit the sentences if you'd like. You can also go to Pear Deck and you can add more slides if you'd like. You can edit this lesson however way you choose. But I'm going to show you how to start the lesson. If you're ready and you like the lesson and you think that this is going to be great to engage your students, go ahead and click on Start Lesson. And then you can choose your lesson mode. It can either be student-paced activity or it can be instructor-paced activity. So you can actually do this instructor-paced activity with face-to-face students as well as distance learners. So you can share your screen via Zoom, and then you can click on instructor-paced activity. So let's click on that. This gives you the option to update to the premium feature. Let's click on No Thanks. So now you will tell your students to go to joinpd.com, and then they will type in the code that's listed. You can also give students a link right here, and you can paste that in your Zoom session, in the chat, and students can go straight to this session. As mentioned earlier, students can view your slides on a projector or on their computer screen. They can even use another device, such as a smartphone or an iPad. I'm going to show you what a student will view if he or she is using Pear Deck on a computer. So first, the student will click on Open a New tab. So they'll click right here, for example, and they will type in joinpd.com. Joinpd.com, press Enter. Then they will enter the code NHZSRO. NHZSRO. And once you have your students connected, you are able to start the class. So right there it says 1 student connected. Now I have 2 students connected. And you can wait until you're ready, or you can go ahead and click on Start Class. So when you're ready to go to the next slide, you'll click right here, this bottom arrow, and then you can read the sentences out loud. Women are not interested in running marathons. Drag your dot to indicate whether you agree or disagree. So let's click on Show Responses so we can see how students are responding. You can see that I have 1 student that is already dragging his or her dot to agree or to disagree. So I'll show you how that looks over here. The student can drag the dot to agree or disagree. So if we go back to the teacher view, you can see the 2 dots right here. You can also hide their responses or you can show their responses. Next, you can go to the next slide, and then students will be directed to the next slide as well. So let's go to Show Responses, and you can leave it on Show Responses. So you can see which answer the students are choosing, agree or disagree. And you can definitely talk with students throughout this Pear Deck session, or you can wait till the end. It says, women do not have the physical stamina to run for long distances. So you can talk with your students and say, okay, for those of you that disagree, why do you disagree? Or for those of you that agree, why do you agree? This will be a great way to connect with your students while keeping your students engaged. I hope that you and your students enjoy using this draggable dot feature in Pear Deck.